chance of getting a raffle ticket every week now between
Free
now and then.
entry into the draw.
Correct.
So when's it's going to be drawn on the 26th?
Oh yes, yeah. I'm doing a little talk as well on the 26th at the Expat Club and a few funny stories.
Good. I'm sure you've got 1,000,001 stories, which is going to be good over the next few weeks. We're going to hear some of those. But give us an idea of the daily mistakes that you see at immigration. What people have got to avoid.
Okay, one of the most major questions that I get asked on a daily basis is about extensions. You know, how many days?
Hair extensions.
Behave yourself now, Barry, it's too early. No, about what extensions you can get on your visas. Okay, so I'll just give a quick rundown. Okay, simple tip. A 30-day visa, so you're coming from the airport. How long can you extend it for? 7 days only.
Oh, right.
People under the impression I can get another 30. No, you can't. It's 7 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A 60-day tourist visa, which is when you get a tourist visa from your own country and you come in, that can be extended for 30 days.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, a 90-day non-immigrant visa, normally 1 year or 90 days. People are under the impression you can go to the immigration and just get another 90 days. No, you can only extend it 7 days. If you want to another 90 days and it's a multiple entry, you have to leave the country and come back in on a visa onto Cambodia to activate your second 90 days, or or your third 90 days. Now, that's just so it's easy to remember. 30 days 7, 60 days 30, 90 days is 7. Now, sometimes if the immigration officer at their discretion is in a good mood and you are married to a Thai or you've got Thai children and you take down the birth certificate or your marriage certificate and your babies and your wife with you, you've got more chance of getting a longer extension than what's supposed to be given. If you
They need actual proof of that.
Yeah, so take the bouncing baby.
You can't
or
just
your
go and
wife
pick
with
somebody
you.
up in the street and say, oh, you've got a baby with you. Just come down.
Not unless you got a forged marriage certificate with you, Barry. No, I don't think that'll go down very well. So it's at their discretion. But normally take a flight ticket down with you as well, showing when you're really supposed to be leaving Thailand.
Okay.
And 9 times out of 10 they'll say okay, and we'll give you that little bit extra, yeah?
Excellent.
Okay. 90-day reporting. Now, anybody that's here on a long stay visa, retirement visa, business visa, marriage visa, has to report every 90 days. Okay, so that's a requirement.
Of course,
and you know that every 90 days you have to go to the immigration, fill in your name and your address and your telephone number. What we've seen numerous times is people tend to get the 1-year visa and then concentrate on the 90-day report. Now, sometimes your 90-day report doesn't fall in with your 1-year visa. So just because you've got a 90-day, you're supposed to do 90-day 4 times a year, doesn't mean it's going to fall in with your visa stamp.
Right.
So what we've had many times, if people leave the country and they come back and then they get a new 90 days, they follow the 90-day stamp, not the ink stamp that's in the passport.
Gotcha, yeah.
So we've seen it on numerous occasions where a client has looked at the 90-day report date and not looked at the ink stamp.
Right.
So they've gone over the retirement visa or the long stay visa, so they're actually overstaying.
That's an easy mistake to make, really.
Easy mistake, and I've seen it 1,000 times. People say, oh, well, I've got till the 31st of May. I said, you haven't, mate. Your visa finished 2 weeks ago. What do you mean? I said, well, you've got to look at your visa stamp as well as... So, be vigilant about that. Be vigilant about your visa stamp as well as your 90-day report.
Right. Okay. Now, just before we go into the break, you're a visa to Australia specialist, aren't you?
Yes, correct.
So tell us about visas to Australia and what you need.
Well, the main things about visas to Australia, same as the UK, really. People are under the impression that, our holiday's all about making sure the Thai national has got something to return to, and the guy automatically thinks he can fill in a stat declaration, and just because he's got enough money, she's going to get the visa.
Right.
Wrong. Right. Big mistake.
Okay.
Okay. Very, very carefully. All embassies pretty much work in the same way. They're more interested in the relationship between the foreigner and the Thai than they are in anything else. Now, you try and prove that 99% of the Thai nationals that we have here are going to return to Thailand. what they're going to return to.
Yeah.
Most of them haven't got anything to return to.
No.
So what the embassy going to do? Refuse every visa? They can't do that. So what do they look at? I'll tell you what they do. They spend 99% of their time looking at the relationship. So they're looking at the man and the lady. So what you've got to do, when you're putting a portfolio together, okay, concentrate on the financial side of it, but concentrate 99% of the time on the relationship. Contact. So when you go home, you'll be on telephone bills, Skype, Facebook, MSN Messenger, Twitter. You know, use modern...
Keep all the records.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Use modern...
And what about photographs?
Millions of them.
Right.
You know, if you go and see the Adams family up in the north, yeah, take loads of photos with them. You know.
I didn't know that's where they live.
Yeah, but you've got to. But that's what they're looking for. Use modern technology because it's free.
Yeah,
and it can be recorded. Now, guys say, well, Darren, I only use a pay-as-you-go phone. Yeah, and? But you can't get bills. Yeah, but yes, you can. But you choose which one gives you the bills. Like Celestra.
Right.
They'll all give you monthly bills, and they'll email.
There are
them to
ways
you.
and means of getting proof. That's what
Proof,
I'm saying.
which costs you no money.
And in any way, if you know, it's stupid to make excuses. I've only got a mobile, you know, a pay-as-you-go mobile phone. Get other proof. You know, if it's important,
If you're serious,
do things to get proof.
yeah. And this is what I was saying. Another thing is a lot of guys that live here on retirement visas and things, and they live with their girlfriend. They come to me and say, well, Darren, you know, how am I supposed to show my relationship? Well, you know, I can't, because we sit on the sofa, we don't email each other, we don't talk. So there's a few little tips you can do. If you live in rented property, get both your names on the rental agreement.
Right, yeah.
If you own the property, get your lady's name put on the house book. Doesn't mean she owns it, it just means she stays there. Joint bank account, you don't need to put a lot of money in it, but just have a joint bank account over a period of time.
Easy, really, isn't it?
Get witness statements from people who know you as a relationship. You know, to say, oh, we know this person. But, you know, keep all your receipts. Even if you go to Carrefour, bowling, cinema, anything like that. Even though it's not got your names on, it shows intention. It shows like you're trying.
Well, that's really good advice. And what we'll do is, in the second part of a talk today, we'll talk about why you should use a visa company like yourself, and the pitfalls that can happen if you don't.
Hey Barry, just a quickie, man.
Go on then.
Just a quickie.
Steady on, boy.
Have you ever been driving at night and seen Thai nationals mainly? We're driving without the lights on the car.
Yes.
Right. Okay. We had the Adams family down last week, and they took us out for a bite to eat. So we're back in the back of the pickup, and he hasn't got his lights on. And I said, "You haven't got your lights on. Long, you haven't got your lights on." Yeah. No problem. I said, "Yeah, but he said, I'm going to have an accident." He said, "No, don't worry." He said, "I'm saving gasoline." I said, "Oh, I'll tell you what, here's 100 baht, turn your lights on." Yeah.
The one I always think is very ingenuity, a bit of ingenuity, typical Thai ingenuity, is the ones that they haven't got reflectors on the back of their vehicle, so they use CDs.
Oh, yeah, magic, yeah.
Dangling CDs, brilliant. I love it. Okay, right, coming up in a moment or two, we'll be talking more to Darren and more about visas.